Hello and welcome to Championship Sunday. I'm Ben Dantowitz here with Mike White, and we are at the Chicago Tour Stop.
We got exciting matches for you today. We're starting off with the Premier semifinals. We got a little Midwest versus kind of a mashup battle. Who do we got
A
here?
little Southeast-West mashup that is Super Powers, power ranked at number 18, playing Grant Longland and Justin Barr, representing, I believe, Akron, Ohio, and St. Louis, Missouri from the Midwest here. Game one has just gotten underway, and a really weak set from Hsu there, out of position.
And a big break to start it off. Following along yesterday, this team, Longland and Barr, ended up making the Premier Division. Didn't advance to Pro, but they were fighting hard with the teams that did make Pro.
Yeah, that's right. So for those who were following along on Flango.io, the pool play matchups, this is actually a rematch from a pool that had Dewey Disciples and Trippy Lizard advance to the Pro bracket. But yeah, Barr and Longland were playing spoiler as they actually took the first series of the day off of Trippy Lizard in 3. So a lot of excitement there, and they were actually spoiled by Superpowers in 3 games themselves, losing in 3 games to end up in the Premier bracket. So a bit of a grudge match here for Longland and Barr, trying to prove that they're still in this one.
Still in this. And I know Longland has been a long time player to Missouri and really just grinding, but this season has been doing really well around the Midwest in these MRA events.
Yep. Good to see him on the SRA tour scene here. And I think he was saying he's one of 4 Premier Grants on the scene now. So I know talking to him yesterday, it was hard to get his attention. He's just a very humble player, grinding away. And he's like, if you're calling Grant, you're probably not coming for trying to get my attention. But but no, he's on center court now. As Addison is rolling up another serve there. We're going to rotate 3-2 here for Grant Longland to serve.
So big ace and break to start for Grant Longland, get that, or Longland and Barr to get that advantage back up 3-2 and see if they can keep that going. It's been just pretty standard so far.
Yeah.
Quick double fault working. He's trying to get that cut going. It'll go back to Michael Hsu, known for his crazy backhand. We saw some yesterday on the women's side. He had some fakes coming out too.
Yeah. Lots of twitching back and forth. That one a little more steady.
Early in the morning here, so I do expect a little more double faults than we may see in the first game for all these players here.
And it was a long day for the players yesterday. They had to play quite a few matches in pools, and then I had a round of 16 matchup in a Premier matchup and quarterfinals to get to this Premier semifinal. So their arms have a lot of serves in them from yesterday.
Right.
Recovering in time for an early morning start is one of the hardest things to do, and especially Championship Sunday being a pretty new feature for 2021.
Addison Powers here is a really strong reverse cut, but again, another fault there. We got Dan Abrams, you see, running in, observing this match.
That one's straight on, but handled well. And Barr's able to clear the no-hit zone. A little slow getting up off the knees there.
Yeah, there was a weird, it looked like Powers and Hsu kind of didn't expect that hit to pop up like it did, just kind of let it go by them, but it was pretty fast.
Yeah, Hsu stayed behind Barr there, which was an interesting position. I would have thought he would run to cover his strong pull shot, but maybe he was expecting a much deeper pull. Didn't have the set read well.
And the dive actually allowed him to get much more distance. We got 5-4 here. Longland to serve.
Steps out. And he's tossing that ball from so low that it's a risk. He's going to be rolling it up, but he needs to keep it below Hsu's shoulder, who's in a very low athletic stance. That one low enough. And a touch off the push.
Oh my God.
But just a missed set and missed opportunity there for Barr.
So now we're rotating at 5 apiece here. A little back and forth action going on. Let's get another look at this.
Great touch.
Just
need to capitalize on that early in the game.
Yep.
Oh, that cut though.
And now
Hsu puts
Hsu.
the next one up and over as well.
Fortunate errors so far.
6-5.
Barr puts that in play. And a good recovery set from Hsu to get Addison on his left or right hand there. Strong hand.
Addison's a really strong hitter. He loves to favor the push shot. That's definitely his bread and butter. But there coming in with the pull.
being able to open up your hips and see the offense, not having to pull it blindly, and just see you got that open gap is a really comfortable spot for him. And he can go left and right. Second serve here. And it's in play. Wasn't sure if Addison was going to be able to have that soft touch to himself on that body play.
I actually think we got a carry on that set there.
little lazy on the fingers,
Yeah.
off the fingertips of Longland there. So I think an active call might have been made by Abrams. A lefty serve. We're talking about how he can go left and right.
That's into the rim. It looks like.
Yeah. So first a missed set on the carry, and then they're discussing with the observer if it was a rim or not.
And the observer, I believe, said redo.
Said redo. So yeah, that's going to be a redo if the observer doesn't have a clear perspective on what the call is. Only so many angles that can be covered when the players are flying around the net, boxing them out. So Addison to Longland again.
Go for the big cut there. See what he has this time. Goes for the drop, keeping him honest, keeping him in check. Little backhand right to Michael Hsu, laid up easy, and the dive through body, but nothing coming from that. So nice job. Again, love the dive to get some extra angle on that hit.
Yeah, and you see Hsu is actually sneaking behind the hitter, so he's blind to the defense is blind, right? And so he's able to sneak in and get to that spot that you think is open, but all of a sudden, bam, he's right behind you. Now the score is, I believe, 8-5 because we had that redo.
Excuse me, it's 8-6.
8-6.
8-6, yes.
As Barr gets to put away.
So now 7-8, they'll be rotating. And the thing with that type of hit is, if no one's there, those easy flicks go straight through. But if someone's there, they're an easy up.
And you feel kind of silly, like, oh, like I thought that was open. Like that was an easy shot. I wasn't hitting that super hard full force. It was more of a finesse play. So it's a hard feeling to get those dug so cleanly.
First serve goes high there from Longland, now in the deficit. And
you see Hsu staying so low. That one a foot over his shoulders in that athletic stance. So 9-7 now for Michael Hsu. Can he add to the lead that Powers just gave him?
Lofty up, and see there the backhand
yeah,
goes,
the backhand
right?
push, yeah. And that one was a little bit easier for him, right? He was able to see that Hsu was running towards the backhand pull, and you can actually see that open shot. It's not as blind.
Yeah, it
Much
was
more comfortable.
It was a nice set by Barr to give him that angle.
Barr goes with the lefty. And it's a little short from Hsu on the set there, but Addison is a fantastic athlete, able to dive across a no-hit zone.
And love the drop, love the myriad of options they're using, and they haven't really just said they saw neither of those Midwest players were ready for the drop at all.
They're thinking about playing a rim. Hsu shouts they might, and they also might not. So we're going to see a second serve from Addison Powers here. In step here.
And just a big rip coming in. We got 9-10 back to Longland. He's favored that same serve, kind of that step out cut. See what he's got here.
Trying to play off of that main serve, faking the left. No bite from Hsu though.
His second serve just an easy put on, but comes low into the rim. Yeah.
It always hurts when you slow down that arm speed a little bit and still find rim.
He likes to move fast on those serves. He just kind of gets him going.
Hsu with some pace, and Longland no chance to settle it. He hits a laser right to his teammate who can't get that set up.
I think that's the first hard serve we've kind of seen come out of Hsu.
Yeah.
So might have been a little surprise, a little wake up.
Little more near net, yeah. Better than coffee as he tries to go left. Finds nothing but nothing. And goes back to the right hand. Wise choice. And it's another ace for Hsu.
Nice job. He's got some. It stays pretty low, and it seems like it rolls off the hand once they get a contact.
It's coming with so much spin, right? It's just jumping.
Oh, goes for the little backspin there.
I don't know if he was trying to get a drop or like a backspin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boomerang kind of drop serve. But either way, he'll go for a double fault there. But a few more points stacked on to Hsuper Power's lead early in Game 1 of the Premier Semifinals.
A 10-13. And right into the rim for that first one. See what Barr has up his sleeve. Threading the left with that step out. Just goes for it. Nice dive pull.
And you see Powers staying with his feet the whole way until he needs to jump at the last moment. It looks like he might be pushing the ball, and then all of a sudden when he jumps, he's giving away. He's going to actually pull it way past the defense. Really good effort to be patient on that ball.
It's really hard to defend against that because it also Powers is set up there, so it's hard to like rotate around him. You know, by the time he dives and clears his feet, you can't get there.
Yeah, you have to take a much larger radius around the circle to get around to that spot. And Powers rolls that one up too high for a second. Fakes left again.
just a little change up, put it in play. And
Why not?
Yeah.
They've had a couple of offensive errors. Maybe they're going to gift another point.
Thinking we try to just.
Maybe Hsu can sneak into another blind spot, get a touch. But now 11-14 for Longland. He goes left.
Yeah, hey, that's a new serve from him. He's trying to push him off that,
not just
that
a
right
fake.
hip. Yep. That one rolls off the fingers, a long set, and a nice left around, just a little too late there.
Getting enough pace to challenge Longland on the touch, who's kind of rotating in a tough angle there.
You're right. Like, they're setting it so far back, and that was such a quick set from Powers that they didn't really have time to get over there.
Longland wants to look at the first touch, and Barr has nothing. Wants nothing for the second.
Nope. That one goes into the rim, so we're back the way of Barr for 12-15.
Yeah.
Down but not out.
Yeah, game to 21. Getting to the later stages, starting around room. That's a great lefty serve to challenge Addison Powers, and he can't find his feet around that set.
Oh, I was impressed with that return because that was a pretty low and
It's a fantastic serve, yeah. But Powers was just a little too off balance. He didn't rotate far enough around the net to see that serve coming in. That one is in play. And a sloppy first touch, but Barr gets the high touch. A fantastic centering set from Longland.
No.
And Hsu dives! And Longland puts it high and far. Hsu gives chase off frame. Wow. You know, I might be a little early, but I'm going to call it. That is the Stuart's Spike Seltzer, iconic spike of the game.
Look at this chase and the dive through hit. Oh.
Just a fantastic effort all around. Some great hands on the net, too, for those quick touches. But ultimately, you just need to get that clean 1, 2, 3. That's all it is.
Wow. That was a beautiful point.
Now we're within
And
2,
a break.
13, 15. Yeah, it's
right?
a huge break. We were saying at 12-15, you know, maybe running out of time. 30 seconds later, the rally's over. Finally. But wow. So we're going for a timeout, quick timeout from, I'm going to guess, Powers and Hsu.
I believe
Just want to catch their breath at least. Hsu dove in the air, I think, at least 3 times. His net verticals was probably up in the double-digit feet off all the dives. I don't know if that's allowed. Is that a real metric?
Thanks.
So the players are just thinking things over.
Yeah, I believe we're at 14-15 now.
Yeah, hopefully you guys at home got a chance to grab your breath too after that point, because we're diving right back into it now. 14-15 for Justin Barr. That one's too high.
That left has been good. I mean, we did 2 back-to-backs in different angles.
Yeah, he only has to fake it too to really threaten the right hand too. Ops drop. Oh. And a really good ice there from Super Powers. They're able to slow down the speed of Justin Barr's power serves.
Taking that back to Powers.
Yeah.
It goes with the reverse. Not too fast, but not that handle, but they get
Nice
it back
left,
on.
and it's a weak touch from Hsu on the defensive effort.
He's upset with that. I don't think he even expected them to get it back on the net.
He knows the ball is up pretty high, and he can settle under that. He's just not getting his feet to the right spot.
Yeah, let's get a look at this again. That's a nice reverse. Popped up, but a great set by Longland. And the diving hit wasn't really ready for that pop.
Yeah, and Longland's going to step out again. Hasn't found it quite yet what he wants on that first serve. So he's just got to opt for a soft second. A nice touch. It's coming off pretty slowly, too, off the knee.
So now.
So we're at 17-15 in game 1. Michael Hsu gets the ball back.
He had a couple breaks earlier.
Couple fakes. Goes left drop.
The Longland looked ready, though. He was ready for it.
These guys did play 3 pretty long games. A couple went into extras yesterday, so not too many new looks that they can show each other, as far as I'm guessing. But for you guys at home, maybe something new. Justin Barr serving again. Can he keep the hot hand hot? That's another good serve, and it's an ace off the thumb of Addison Powers.
So all tied at 17 apiece here.
Great run after being down 15-12. Get those big breaks mid to late stage of the game here. And now it's just a game to 4.
Looked like it wasn't going to be well handled, and that one pops up. Should have a play on this. Goes left on 2, maybe on 3 if you touch the first one. And off the market again. Hsu's upset with that one.
I know you love lefty on 2, Mike, but I'm going to have to say that was probably a
Probably
deflection
a
from
3.
Barr defensively,
Yeah.
probably a third touch. Longland's not a team that's going to let you go on 2 like that.
No, right. No, no.
But he's happy. That was a good set. They got a good enough hit back on, and it's 18-17 now for Barr.
He gets a drop on this play here and split right through. No dig on Addison Powers that time.
I'm surprised he went with a softer serve there. He's been so hot with his serves.
So we got 18 apiece here.
Powers with a reverse cut.
But handled again.
And a great set from Longland to get it to Barr's right hand. Give him those options to pull or push.
So back to Longland at 19-18.
Yeah, with the advantage now. They had the
Yeah.
advantage for a couple points only. 19-18. And he puts the lefty on. And Hsu gets a backhand, but it's off Barr's body. And he pulls it, Hsu with a touch. Powers finds the set. And Hsu can't get the off-net hit for it. That's another huge break. They're up 20-18 now.
That's really what they needed, especially late here.
Great.
They just had the advantage, but not the extra break, and that was the break they needed to just hold. They just got to hold.
And you see Powers turning his back to the set to try to find that last recovery set. It's a hard one to get your feet around and make the play. So Longland serving for game now.
Not going to play that one, a little
It's a
side
no
pocket.
on the side pocket. Lefty drop. Misses everything.
So all it takes here is a hold from Justin Barr. See if he can do it. Michael Hsu is going to, I think, just go with those righty rips that he's been having some success with.
Yeah, a little instep. Are they going to play it? They are not. Wasn't sure if that was going to be a quick set opportunity on one. That one's in play off the near net. A touch from Hsu. And a pull. And there's I think a net touch by Hsu there, so that's going to be an infraction. And that'll be 21-19 the way of Longland Barr for game 1. But what a back and forth battle.
An unfortunate end there.
Yeah, as we see a second look here, note the net's making a slight movement there. I think it's on the swing. Hsu's falling through and getting a little bit of the net.
That was a beautiful touch, though. Look at that perfect body up
And
to
clean
Powers.
set from Powers, getting in and out.
That's
So that'll be the end of game 1 here.
That was a good one. I think, as we saw it, right, it's early in the morning. Things started to heat up in the second half of the game.
Yeah, a lot of double faults for the first 3, 4, 5 points.
Yep, and we saw some good defensive touches. I think we'll see more of those.
Absolutely.
coming.
These guys are loose. These guys are feeling warm now. The serves are firing for everybody, I think. So I'm excited to see a lot more of that high-level round that we saw the back half of the game in game 2. And we'll see if Superpower is able to answer. They had the lead early on and a really strong run from Barr and Longland there. So we'll come back for game 2 in a couple minutes. Welcome back to Championship Sunday. I'm here with Mike White. I'm Ben Dantowitz, and we are jumping back into the Chicago Tour Stop Premier Semifinals match.
Game 1 went the way of Longland Barr. These Ohio and Missouri players, but Superpowers gave a fight, and they were actually winning for most of it. It was a comeback.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
It was a really strong comeback. They were down at least 3 or 4 breaks midway through, and then some great just body defense to get some good touches late in the game. With some challenging serves to boot. Longland puts that one wide of Hsu. It might have been high, though. He stays so low in that athletic stance, it's clearing over his shoulder. And Hsu and Powers going with a uniform change between games. For another serve from Hsu. And he's high again, so it'll be back to Barr.
Yeah.
Kind of what we were seeing a little bit of last game, just feeling the net out, warming up a bit.
Yeah, Justin Barr got some big success late in the game with the lefty, with the righty, kind of a mix. We haven't seen the drop land. I think once we do, that'll be success.
Might have been a side pocket. We didn't have the angle there. Maybe a toe drag. Nonetheless, it's a double fault, and Powers has the ball again.
Bring some fakes of his own back there. Also, new matching uniforms for Superpowers.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
Is it matching?
I'd say.
When I asked Hilltop Spikes a couple weeks ago at Rock Hill, he was saying that someone had more chest hair, someone had less chest hair, so it was different shirts. And Hsu gets airborne, but can't get around the ball.
Oh my gosh, Michael.
Really trying to bring pride to the super in
The
Superpowers.
Yep. So that was let's see, they get another look at that dive. Oh, and just missed the swing, but I think that was the right angle he had it there.
Or I guess you like to call those divers, right?
Yep, the two, Addison set him for a diver. And a nice open there by Addison to push it through to keep that alive. Another tough opportunity, but they're hanging in here. Looks like Longland and Barr are really challenging them on the serve.
A little bit of antics on these fault calls, and Hsu puts that one up and over.
So we haven't seen the backhand out of Hsu, which I was expecting maybe not favoring that as much recently.
Yeah, it may not have been landing as much yesterday, and he's feeling good with the forehands. It's good to have different looks to go to. You can be like, hey, I don't have that serve today. That's fine.
Not working.
Got plenty of weapons in my arsenal.
Other thing to note is that these players played inside all day yesterday.
Right. Yeah,
just time out on the grass.
Just to avoid threat of the rain slowing us down, we played on turf.
Wow.
And that serve, an absolute bullet.
Yeah, that was a huge cut.
Now fives on the rotation. Good receive from Barr. He's forced to the left, and Hsu gets a backhand dig. A little bit of discussion. Might have been a no-hit zone infraction.
I think this might have been a carry.
It might have been a carry on Hsu's first touch. The dig was a little lazy, kind of rolling off the fingertip.
A little scoopy.
So some relief from Barr on the weaker lefty spike there.
Yeah, it looked like a guaranteed point. So they're certainly happy about that one.
Yeah, really a blown opportunity there for Superpowers.
I'd love to see Addison Powers get some success on that serve. It's now back to Hsu.
Yeah, still a couple double faults early in this game though, mirroring game one quite a bit. Another high one. It's interesting to see the different heights people declare their athletic stances. Some people like to get really low, as Hsu tries to find Powers on the set. It's off net and a touch. He's got a soft touch. Powers lefty.
Oh, just out of reach. Wanted that rally to keep going. Love the soft touch. Soft touches are so hard to get ready for. That was a nice diving on. Put away.
Yeah, you see Addison is taking that step towards the set, and then all of a sudden he has to get to the net for the hit. They're two different spots, and he can't get back in time.
Right. He was not ready for that at all. That miscommunication happens so often with the soft touches. The big left scooped up there by Powers and cleanly in with the lefty pull.
Yeah, ready for the hit that time. Nowhere to go but the net.
I think Powers at the end says, yeah, that serve was high, but I want it.
Get your reps in. Get your reps in early. Having that clean offensive series is going to be really important later in the game. Powers goes reverse. Fielded well, though. Might have been a carry call. Yeah, and you see Barr kind of reaching out. He's kind of pulling the ball across his body towards his teammate. It's got to be a clean strike off the palm. So not a clean ace, but enough pressure to generate a carry.
That one gets a nice bounce, and they play through it. I think they're going to play through it because they want the point, and they get it. No, it doesn't. It comes through.
It's a no-hit zone infraction. You see Dan Abrams signaling he's inside that 1.5-foot circle. Devastating.
How do you feel about that option to play through that big hinder there?
I think you have to, especially on defensive opportunities, right? If it's a hold opportunity, you just get the receive, no problem. But when you're serving, you want to get that break. You need to play through those 10% chances.
Longland with a
nice
big
movement
cut
on that cut. Might have been another carry call. Might have been a side pocket call. No, it's a carry call.
Yeah, a little carry call.
Yeah, just looking for a signal.
A lot of times when they're so deep like that, you got to try to just get your hand out there, and a lot of times you end up scooping it back.
Yeah, Powers wanted to look at the first touch, but it kind of folded off of the side of his hand there. So Longland Barr taking the lead yet again. A couple lead changes here early, back and forth. Second serve from Longland. He's so low on that toss, but it's in play. And Powers is forcing the issue on that forehand. Really has room to backhand it.
And it's a rim.
Yeah, just a hitting error.
Yeah.
We talked about how Powers wanted to play that other one just moments ago to practice his clean offense. Not paying off.
They're going to opt to play that one after not having success. A nice clean up by Longland. And the backhand,
Another
but it's up by Hsu. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Look at these bodies. My goodness.
Oh, wow, but just like that, big lead change.
Body block, body block, body block. Really, it was 3 in a row. Yeah.
And almost a 4.
Almost body block, body block, body block, body block.
It's so funny. It looks like they're just trying to do that.
Yeah, I think it's a drill. It might be a drill.
As the people commenting on the Spikeball Instagram, why don't they just hit it away from the people?
Yeah, what are they thinking?
Why don't they just hit it away from them?
These guys are just that good. They're getting in the spots, they're reading the sets, and they're squaring up so well.
So funny. So Nice lead, but this also the lead that Superpowers had in Game 1. So anyone's game still, but Longland really has been forcing a lot of errors out of Superpowers.
That one high. I'm going to rotate here 9 to 11. So Superpowers down the game, also down 2 points halfway through Game 2.
Goes for the reverse there, can't hit it.
Yeah, as we're at the 11-point mark, halfway to 21. Can take a moment to call out Pair of Thieves, the official comfy understuff of the Spikeball Tour Series. And you see Addison making Grant Longland a little uncomfortable on that serve there for a break.
Challenged him with the lefty there. Brought through, but picked up by Hsu. A nice head and just skied
and you
over.
see Hsu playing the blind spot there again. He's rotating around the back of the hitter. Just sneaks into the spot, and bam! It looks so easy, but it's not.
No, right. It looks like he hit it right to him.
Yeah.
But really, that's because
It's
Hsu was
weird. It's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, why are you hitting it right to him?
Why don't you just hit away from him?
Yep.
But just some sneaky defense. And you see Powers challenging Longland on the serve receive.
and
Hsu starts cheering as the ball
early.
gets rapidly returned to net and spiked just past his outstretched
we'll
hand.
put that in the top 10 premature celebrations.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
But really good stick-to-itiveness by Barr to get under that set and get the height on it, even while you hear the opponent screaming about an ace happening.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Great resilience.
Oh, that's so funny.
Barr trying to answer with a drop shot.
Oh, great footwork getting up there.
Yeah, and a good lefty push to boot.
Oh, that was the funniest thing I've seen. And he kept yelling through
Yeah,
them playing it.
he knows he's
didn't
beat.
stop.
He knows he's beat, but he's committed to the
Yeah,
bit already.
yeah.
He's in too deep. Yeah, leave it to Michael Hsu to get too committed to a bit.
Oh, my goodness. So I guess he's a little bummed because they probably could have played D on that
Yeah,
one,
if he went deep, he probably could have tracked down. He's fast enough. Might have been a foot drag from Hsu on the step out. So you have to keep your planted feet down. Even after you step, both feet have to stay planted until the ball hits the net. A little different from you hitting the ball, so you have to make sure you're staying balanced that extra split second.
So back the way of Longland. They got the lead, but not by much now. That cut comes
Nice
super low,
whip.
and the error comes there. That's a great
Yeah.
serve by Longland.
Yeah, just forcing the weak receive and not able to make a strong enough recovery. They're thinking about, is that also maybe a carry call? Just trying to find how clean the touches are looking off of Powers on the receive. Good for these players. They're trying to talk things out, do some self-officiating. Longland fakes left, goes left. Nope, had me fooled. Had Hsu fooled.
Wow, that's an impressive. I mean, you got to he's threading the left a little bit, and I think he cut it just right past him. And let's get another look at this as we get a timeout call. I believe Superpowers. Hello, and we are back. Sorry for the little round interrupted. As we're coming back here, and it's a big lead for Longland and Barr.
Yeah, it's 19-14 here in Game 2. So we left you at a 15-12 timeout. They kept rolling. It's now 15-19 for Powers. And they're down a game. They need to get back in this one right now, and they need to push Game 3. And that is... You know, when I'm sitting back here, I'm like, I know I couldn't do what they're doing, but it's hard not to laugh at those misses. It's hard not to.
Right, yep, exactly.
You just shake your head and hit another one. And another fault, so we're going to rotate here at 2015. So we're going to have 5 match point opportunities for Justin Barr and Grant Longland against number 18 Superpowers. Goes for the fancy reverse or backspin drop serve or boomerang drop serve. Does that have a name? Is it the Abrams drop serve?
I would say backhand drop, backspin drop.
Backspin drop?
Yeah. But backspin drop can also do the other thing.
I was going to say, I drop it with backspin,
Yeah.
and it doesn't go backwards.
All right, well,
Barr can't get the body block.
They keep it alive there. Need a lot of success from Hsu here.
Yeah, if I'm whispering in his ear, I'm telling him to go for the backhand. He's got to get a couple of flashy aces.
Cut comes in, laid up nicely. Can they get a touch here? He hits it into himself, so that's a point.
The best defender is sometimes yourself, but that's not allowed. It's going to be a loss of point for Justin Barr.
We got 17-20, so
yeah, first break's free.
Mm-hmm.
Another good serve.
And there it is. No, they're not popping off yet because they still need a little
remain
more.
Calm, remain calm.
Calm down.
It's still a still have 2 more chances to hold. Extras are still a ways away, you guys. Just got to get 1 point at a time here for superpowers. 18-20.
That's
Now
a
it hits
fault
rim,
there.
and there's that weird feeling about hitting that second serve when it's game point.
What do you do here? I think he lets it rip. Nope, he's doing a different one. He's just getting it on.
Trust
Let's
the
play D.
defense.
Let's play D. And splits through. Not
yeah.
enough.
They took our advice. They just hit it. They hit it by them.
They just hit it by them.
So it's going to be 21-18 for game 2 and 21-19 game 1. A smooth 2-game win.
Longland Barr moving on to the Premier.
Premier Finals. Yeah, they're going to take on the winner of Smash Bros. And Club Spike Spidey Senses are playing off to the side of the screen. So kudos to them taking that in 2. A little bit of a rematch from yesterday. We were saying they lost in 3 to Superpowers yesterday. So good redemption for them.
Yeah.
And they have a win over Trippy Lizard on the weekend to go along with that. So they've had a couple of good quality matches this weekend.
They were looking good. Longland, I think, was a standout player. Those serves were coming in super low.
For game 2, yeah. Game 2, he was really dialed. I think Barr took over game 1. So really, yeah, little bit you, a little bit me.
Nice team effort there.
Yeah, good effort all around. But Superpowers just didn't have the offensive cleanliness to receive those serves and put their hits away.
Yeah.
So they're going to be in the 3rd place match for Premier.